Good morning, students, to our lesson today, which is the world over. It's lesson 1B from page 10 in your class book. So let's move on to the objectives for today. At the end of this lesson, the students will be able to match questions and answers about nationalities. Number 2, use present simple verb to be in the affirmative form in sentences. And at the end, you're going to write a short paragraph about a country using a fact file. So the first topic for today is countries and nationalities. So you're going to have some countries and nationalities you have to look and read. First one is USA, and the nationality is American. Next country is Austria, and the nationality is Austrian. Third country is France, and the nationality is French. The next one is Germany, German. The next country is Spain, and the nationality is Spanish. Brazil, Brazilian. China, Chinese. And the last one, Italy, which is Italian. Now that you have learned about countries and nationalities, we'll move on to task number 1. First, read the questions in the table, and then write the correct answers in front of each question. The first one is done for you. So the first question is an example for you. So what nationality is Arnold Schwarzenegger? So the answer from here is he's Austrian, he's from Austria. Now you can search the internet to find the correct answers. I'll give you 3 minutes to complete the task. Now that the 3 minutes are over, let's see if your answers are correct. Let's check the answers together. First one, German, he's from Germany. He's Brazilian, he's from Brazil. She's Italian, she's from Italy. She's American, she's from the USA. She's French, she's from France. He's Spanish, he's from Spain. And the last one, he's Chinese, he's from China. Well done for completing the task. Let's move to the next topic, which is the verb to be in the affirmative form. Now, you're going to read the examples and find out the grammatical rule. You have 3 sentences. Cairo is the capital of Egypt. I am from Bahrain, and Antonia and I are American. Now, all the sentences are in the present simple tense. Now, look at the 3 verbs. Are they the same or are they different? Yeah, so they are different. You have is, am, and are, but they're all in the present simple. So when do you use all of them? Let's check other examples to find the grammatical rule together. So the first type is the singular pronouns, which are he, she, and it. The verb to be that goes with these pronouns is. For example, he is from Bahrain, she is Italian, it is the capital of France. Now, for the second one, which is the speaker, when you are talking, you use the pronoun I. So you say, I am. The example is, I am from America. And for the last one, for the plural pronouns, which when you have more than one person, you use they, we, and you. The verb to be that goes with these 3 is are. So for example, they are Spanish, we are both Brazilian, you are from Japan. Let's move on to task number 2 to see if you got the rule correctly. Now read and rewrite the sentences with the correct verb to be in the next column, then check your answers. We will do number 1 as an example for you. So number 1, I is from Egypt. So the correct answer is I am from Egypt. Now I want you to do the rest of the sentences, and you have 2 minutes to complete this task. Now that you have done the task, let's see if you have the correct answers. Now, number 2, Julia and Ben are from London. So you have 2 people here. You use are. Number 3. Manama is the capital of Bahrain. You're talking about one thing, so Manama is the capital. Number 4, she is Austrian. Again, you have one person. Number 5, you are from Brazil. And the last one, we are both from Spain, which is for more than one person. Now let's move on to task number 3 and see if you can write sentences. So here you have to write full sentences for each of the pronouns given below using the correct present simple affirmative verb to be. Then check the suggested answers. So you have 3 minutes to write a sentence for each of the pronouns. Now let's see if you have the correct answers. Here are some of the suggested answers for you. He is Chinese. She is from Germany. It is the capital of Italy. I am from Greece. They are from Mexico. We are both French. And you are Chinese. Well done for completing the task. And we'll move on to the next topic, which is question words. For this task, first read the questions and their answers below, then match their usages. So you have questions, answers, and usages table. You have to read them and match them with the usages from up and match them with the table. So number 1, what's your name? My name is Kim. So which use is it? When you ask about a person, when we ask someone's place of origin, when we ask about someone to spell something, or when we ask about age, or when we ask about a name. What's your name? My name is Kim. So the answer is when we ask about a name. For number 2, where are you from? I am from China. So the use is when you ask about someone's place of origin. For the third one, how do you spell it? The answer is it is C-H-I-N-A. So the answer for this question is when we ask someone to spell something. The next one, how old are you? I'm 14 years old. And this is used to ask about age. And the last one, who is your favorite actor? My favorite actor is Jackie Chan, which is used to ask about a person. So now that we're done with the question words, let's move on to task number 4. You have to choose the correct question word to complete the questions in the table. So you have 2 question words for each question. You have to choose the correct one. You have 1 minute to do this activity. Let's see if you got the answers. So number 1, is your favorite actress what or who? who is your favorite actress? Number 2, where or how? Let's see. How do you spell it? Number 3, what is your last name? The next one is where are you from? And the last one, how old are you? Well done for completing the task. We move on to the third topic, which is fact file. For this task, you're going to read the fact file below and then find out the main elements a fact file contains. So we'll read it together and then you'll find the keywords in each of the paragraphs. This is a map of France. There are about 67.2 million people in France. They speak French there. One of the most famous landmarks in France is the Eiffel Tower. It is in Paris, the capital of France. Other things to see in France are the Arc de Triomphe, Notre Dame de Paris, and the Louvre Museum. Now, let's look at the keywords in each of the paragraphs. So here you have, this is a map of France. So this is a keyword, France, which is the country. There are about 67 million people, which is the number of people living there. We call it population. And the next one is the language, French. In the second paragraph, you can find the Eiffel Tower, which is a famous landmark, and the capital city, which is Paris. And at the last paragraph, you have other things to see in France. Now let's move on to task number 5, where you're going to search the internet for a country you are interested in to answer the questions in the fact file below. Then you're going to check your answers. Okay, so you have 5 minutes to search the internet for your favorite country and answer these questions. Okay, starting now. Okay, so let's check the answers now. The name of the country is Australia. This is just an example. You can choose any other country that you like. The population of Australia, there are about 25 million people in Australia. Which language do they speak? They speak English there. Number 4, what's the most famous landmark there? That is the Opera House. Question number 5, what's the capital city? The capital city is Canberra. And the last question, what are the other things to see there? You can see the Great Barrier Reef and Kakadu National Park. Well done for completing this task. Now you'll need this information for the next one, which is task number 6. Now you're going to write a short description within 50 words about a country you're interested in using the fact file that you have done previously. You're going to write about the country, the population, the language, the famous landmarks, capital city, and other things to see there. Okay? Before you start, you have this criteria to follow. Don't forget to write about all the points here. Use the correct tense, which is present simple. Use correct spelling, correct punctuation, like full stops, commas, and use capital letters at the beginning of each sentence or each paragraph. So you have 15 minutes to do this task, starting now. Good job for completing this task. Now let's see the suggested answer for you. Let's read it together. This is a map of Australia. There are about 25 million people in Australia. They speak English there. One of the most famous landmarks in Australia is the Opera House in Sydney, while Canberra is the capital of Australia. Other things to see in Australia are the Great Barrier Reef and Kakadu National Park. That's all for our lesson today. Thank you for your attention and see you next time.